Hello everybody! Today's yoga class flow is going to be focusing on shifting. And you can take that any way you want because you're always going to make this your own practice. But I'm sure a lot of us have been cooped up inside, our whole lives have shifted into a different direction. And maybe you feel like you're doing the same things over and over and over and over and over again. But you can make these tiny slight shifts in what you're doing and actually see very large changes. It could be a shift in your physical movement. It could be a shift in your mind, in the mental way that you're thinking about things. It could just be a shift in your overall acceptance of what's going on around you. So today's class, like most of my classes, pretty much all of my classes, I like to make them accessible to every person. I do believe that every person can find some type of a movement in their lives. Every pose, every exercise, every format is not made for every single body, but every body can do something if it resonates with their style. So just like Tina Turner does in Proud Mary, she starts off nice and slow and then she gets quicker. So my class is going to start off nice and slow. If you're a fast moving type of person, if you want a little bit more strength, you pretty much know how to bring it up to that next level, and by all means I invite you to do so. But keep in mind that there is something to be said for balancing out that lifestyle. So if you're moving and you're lifting, if you've been sitting in a chair for so long, if you've been sitting on the couch binge watching Netflix, your hips are going to be really, 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 really tight. If you've only been walking or running or on a spin bike or something like that, your hips are going to be really tight. So this class is for you to open up those hips, and don't feel bad about taking things nice and slow. Maybe the whole class, it might feel good for you. For those of you who take things slow all the time, remember what we do at the beginning, and you can carry that throughout the class and keep that modifying. And I've always invite you to try to move up to another option if you like to try it out, because what happens on the mat stays on the mat, and this is your time to play around. This is your time to try and expand and move out of your comfort zone and see how it feels. That being said, find a comfortable seat. I've said before, my comfortable seat is actually sitting up on a yoga block. It opens up my hips a lot more. Roll the shoulders back and slide them down your rib cage. Shift the weight backwards so that your vertebrae is stacked one on top of the next. Chin is slightly tucked, not a lot, but just enough, again, to keep that head, neck, cervical spine all in alignment. And then raise up. Create the space through the spine so that your head will lift towards the sky or the ceiling if you're inside. You're always trying to create that length and that beautiful space. Take a deep breath in, arms go up. Exhale, let them float down. Inhale, let them rise up. Exhale, let them float down. Beautiful. Inhale, let them rise. Interlace the hands behind the head. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lean back slightly. Press the elbows back towards the far wall or your backyard, and then really feel that opening of the chest, opening up the shoulders. Lift up a little bit higher. Create a little shelf for your heart to lean back and open up, and then just release. Take a deep breath in. Reach up high. Let your right hand go down to the earth and bring your left hand over. Roll that top shoulder back, creating the space along the whole lateral side. And see if you can take that left knee and push it down towards the earth to create even more length without collapsing. Bring it back to center. Take a deep breath in, rise up. Exhale, place the left hand down, reach up with the right, bring it over, roll the shoulder back, open up the chest. Take that right knee, maybe push it towards the earth a little bit more. Always trying to lengthen, 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 and release. Take a deep breath in, rise up. Exhale, twist. So bring it over to the side. Roll the shoulders back, reach up through the crown. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring it center. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. So you inhale through the head, and it reaches up towards the sky, and you exhale, you rotate through the waist. Bring it back to center one more time. Bring it up. Exhale, let it float. We're going to start off the class on our backs, and we're going to work on the core in various directions. And really the core is the foundation for anything. If you don't have a tight core, you literally will fall down. So starting out, bend your left leg in and extend your right leg out on a 45-degree angle. Roll the shoulders back and down, draw the belly button into the spine, place the hands behind the head. While the belly button is pressed into the spine, exhale, gently lift up, just slightly, doesn't have to be a lot. The belly button is going down as far as it can, and you're rolling back down. Lift up and roll back down. In the fitness world, this is called the McGill curl up, and it protects the spine. It pushes the spine into the earth, and you roll down. And the game here is to not let this little pouchy part of the abs expand like a balloon when you lift those shoulders up. You're keeping it nice and far down. And lift up one more time and bring it back into center. Bend both knees, reach around, take a deep breath in, arms overhead. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest, roll the shoulders back and down, push the tailbone down to the earth to create that length of that spine. And then inhale, extend the legs out, extend the arms up. Exhale, bring the other knee in, opposite leg out. So it's at a 45-degree angle. Roll the shoulders back and down, draw the belly button in. If you have a book, a yoga block, a can of tuna, you're going to bring it in while that's nice and sunken down. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift up. And the game, again, is to keep this belly nice and sunken down. The head does not have to lift up a lot. In fact, it's not going to be a lot of range of motion. Maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch. It's the game is to keep this belly from blubbing out and going back in. You want to keep it in the whole time. And do one more. And bring it back. Arms overhead, legs out. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale. Exhale, legs back down, but now they're both bent. Extend the right leg out, bend the left leg in, and bring the right arm out at the 45-degree angle. Lift the left arm up, roll the shoulder back and down, plug it in, take a deep breath in. Exhale, halfway get up onto the forearm, reach up. So look at what the shift makes in this move. We did a McGill curl, and now we're just doing partial of a Turkish get-up. Roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring it up to the forearm, and then see if you could straighten that arm up. You're always drawing the belly button into the spine, and then bring the forearm down, and then roll down. Same thing, bring it up, stay here, shift, go a little higher, shift, go higher still, and lift the hips up to the sky. And then lower and bring it down, forearm down, arms and legs extended, deep breath in. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, lower the legs. Extend the left leg out 45 degrees, the left arm out 45 degrees. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift the right arm up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring it up to the forearm. Use the core, and then roll it back down. One vertebrae at a time. Inhale. Exhale, up to the forearm, or straighten that arm up. It's a shift in what you're doing. And then roll it down. One more time, take a deep breath in. Exhale, forearm, or straight, or lift it all the way up. I have a bug. And then roll it down, one vertebrae at a time. Hug it in. Take a deep breath in, arms out, legs out. Exhale, bring them in. Bring the legs down, roll the shoulders back and down, and lift up on those forearms. Roll the shoulders back, let the heart open up, let the chest be lifted high, shoulders are rolled back, belly button to the spine, create that nice space in the chest. And then lower it down. Arms and legs out, inhale, exhale, bring them in. Lower the legs, roll the shoulders back, lift up, and then bring it all the way up. You're shifting, and then lower down for the triceps, all the way. Extend the arms out. Inhale, exhale, bring it in. Lower the legs. Arms are down, forearms are touching, lift up, bring the arms back slightly, roll the shoulders back, lift up, bring the legs out slightly, and then lift up to that reverse tabletop. Rolling the shoulders back, pressing away from the earth, lifting the hips up higher, push the knees far away, and draw the belly button in. Beautiful. And then just release. Lower it down, bring the knees into the chest. Exhale, bring them out. Inhale, and then bring it over to your side, facing me. Staying here, bring one arm down to support, lift the legs up to work the obliques, and then just lower. Keeping the legs plugged in, roll the shoulders back, lift the shoulders up, and then bring it down. Take a deep breath in and see if you can lift everything up. Beautiful. And bring it down. Roll it onto the backs. Hands underneath the lower back. Lift the butt up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Extend the legs out to work the abs. If you want to, you can lift the head and shoulders off. The belly button is to the spine, supporting that lower back. So this is a hollow body modified. Deep breath in. Exhale. Bring the knees in. Hug. Bring it open, and then roll over to the other side. Plug the shoulders down, lift up, and lower. Plug the legs in, lift up the upper part, and then lower. See if you can lift everything up, and lower. Bring it to the center. Arms underneath, or keep the arms overhead. Draw the belly button in, hollow body, full. And bring it in, hug it in. Inhale. Exhale, release. Bring it over to the right side, facing me. Pick which level you want to do, lifting up, working that core, and then continue roll onto the belly. And if you want to, you could scooch over. Roll the shoulders back and down, bring the hands back by the lower rib cage, plug those feet into the ground, push the tops into the ground, and then peel up. Pull the arms back towards the hips, towards the knees. You're pulling and you're rolling the shoulder back and you're extending through that crown. And then release. Bring the arms out like a T, roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. Lift up, and this time lift up the legs. Just a tiny shift in what you're doing with your body. And then release. Inhale. Interlace the hands behind the back. Roll them back and down. Take a deep breath in and lift up. And release. Take your hands, lift it all the way up. Sit it back into your first child's pose. Slide it all the way out to the belly, and then roll over to the other side. See if you can lift up, and then roll onto your backs. Extend, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the legs in. Extend it out, hollow body. Pick your level of the hollow body. Roll toward your right side facing me. Keep the arms and legs up. Roll onto your stomachs. Bring it back here. The arms are back. Extend through the crown. Push it out like you're swimming. Roll it back to your side. Bring it back to the center, hollow body. Roll it over to the other side. Onto the belly. Bring it back. The arms. Extend, roll it to the side, and bring it back to center and hug everything in. Inhale, and roll it on up. So it shows you what these slight shifts can do. We're going to start up on all fours. You could face me or you could face the side. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. I'm going to face the side so you can see. Knees are underneath the hips. Push away from the earth. Take a nice deep breath in. Lower the abdominals towards the earth. Release the chest, opening it up wide. Toes are curled under. And on the exhale, round out the back. Push the tops of the feet into the earth. Puts away from the ground. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, push away. It's a little cat-cow. Inhale. And exhale, push away. On the next inhale, take your right arm, lift it up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in, open up that chest. Inhale. Exhale, shoot it through. Thread the needle, ear towards the ground. Walk the left arm out towards me. You can even take that left leg and slide it back if you choose and just roll a little bit more. It's all how you're going to shift the body and see how it feels for you. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center and bring it up. Other arm, lift it up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Open things up, creating that space. Push away from the earth. And then shoot that arm through. Thread the needle. Place the left ear towards the ground. If you'd like to, shift that position by bringing that other arm towards me and even bringing that leg backwards. Pushing away from the earth, rolling the shoulder back. And bring it back to center and bring it up. Take a nice deep breath in, extend the right leg out and back. Flex the foot, draw the right hip towards the earth and the left hip towards the ceiling so that the hips are nice and squared off and parallel. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, bring that knee over towards the elbow. And then extend it back. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knee towards the elbow. And extend it back. And one more time, bring that knee towards the elbow. And from here, just bring the knee down towards the other knee, meeting that knee. And lift up for 3 and down. 2 and down. 1, hold it here and circle forward. 3, 2, 1, and circle back. 3, 2, 1. Take that knee, bring it towards the tricep, slide it down towards the wrist, bring it over to the opposite wrist and slide it up, and then bring it down towards the wrist, wrist, up, and extend it back. Walk the hands out towards me, keep your hips above your heels, hollow out the armpits, kickstand the fingers, and place the head down. Try to see if your forehead might touch the ground. Some people's chins. Some people are so flexible that their chest even touches. Inhale, and on the exhale, walk the hands back. Again, pushing away from the earth. Don't collapse in the shoulders. Push away. Draw the belly button in. Extend that left leg out and back. Draw the right hip up and the left hip forward towards the ground so it's nice and parallel. And then take that knee and bring it over towards the elbow. And then bring it back. Working on that nice hip mobility. Take it, bring the elbow, knee to the elbow, and then bring it back. And then one more time, bring the knee to the elbow. From here, bring that knee down to meet the other knee, kissing it. And then just lift it up like a hydrant. 3 and lower. 2 and lower. 1, keep it here, circle forward. 3, 2, 1, and circle back. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Place it down. Walk the hands out. One last time. Tense up the fingers, but bring the legs out a little bit wider. So you're going to bring the legs out nice and wide. The ankle is in line with the knee, and you could stay here. Or shift by placing the inside of the foot on the ground, keeping the ankle in line with the knee. You could stay here, but don't collapse. Push away, open those hips, or you could walk it out, whatever feels comfortable for you. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift it up. So it's these tiny shifts that might change the way your body is. Bring it into center, Toes are nice and curled under. Roll up, take a deep breath in. If this is not accessible to you, you're going to grab the blocks. You could place them here, you could place them here, and sit on them, whatever is accessible to you. Roll the shoulders back and down, take a deep breath and rise up. Inhale, exhale, sit it down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale, rise up. Now, little shift. Take one hand, place it right on the lower lumbar, the heel of the palm into the back, and pull up. And then take the fingers and push down. Other arm, bring it back. Heel the palm into the lower lumbar. Pull up and then push down with the fingertips. Roll the shoulders back and down. Belly button is to the spine. And then reach up, create that space, that opening. Push the hips forward a little bit. Roll the shoulders back a little bit more. Feel that space while protecting that back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit it down. By the way, I should have mentioned this before. If you need a towel or a mat under the knees, place that to protect the knees. Should have mentioned before, sorry. Deep breath in. Exhale, take the left arm, place it to the ankle, the heel, and then reach back slightly, creating that space, and bring it to the center. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Reach up to the sky, bring the other arm back towards the heel, reach over. Bring it back to center, inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. You could go back to that twist either side, or maybe take one hand to the ankle, take the other hand to the ankle, roll the shoulders back and down, push the hips forward, creating all the space. Just opening things up, counterbalancing the sitting all day long. And release. Lower it down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Place the hands down. Bring the knees back slightly. Take a deep breath in and just lift up and hover. Roll the shoulders back and down, extend through the crown of the head, and claw at that mat. So you're just kind of hovering. You're engaging those abs a little bit more, and then release. Beautiful. Lift up, hover, and then see if you can slide one leg back. So you're working that core a little bit differently, and then just release. Both knees down, roll the shoulders back, take a deep breath in, lift up if you can, and slide. If you can't do it without the legs floating, then you just do this with the shin staying onto the ground. And then just release. Sit it back, take a deep breath in, exhale, bring it back onto all fours, lift up. Now you could stay here, or you could shift and lower. And bring it up, and bring it center, shift, and lower. Bring it up, and bring it center, shift, and lower. Bring it up, and bring it center, shift, and lower. Bring it up, and bring it center. Sitting back down, take a deep breath in, rise up. Exhale, bringing it back onto all fours. Walk the hands out so you are in a modified push-up. So it's a nice straight line. Shoulders, hips, knees, hands, all in one big straight line. If this is new to you, you're going to put the arms out nice and wide, and your elbows are going to face the sides to engage the back a little bit more. And we'll do one like that. Arms are wide, elbows out, down, just till the chest is reaching the shoulders, and exhale. Shh. Push away. One more time. Bring it down and push away. Next level, if you'd like, bring the hands in closer, have them underneath the shoulders, roll the shoulders back and down. This time, bring the elbows facing the knees so the front of the elbows face far away. Look forward so you don't collapse in the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring it down, and then bring it up. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, push away. Awesome. You could stay here, bring it back into that hover, lift up, twist, and lower, and push away. Center, twist, and lower, and push away. Center, twist, lower, push away. Center, twist, lower, push away. Legs, knees with distance, toes together. Sit it back into child's pose. Take a deep breath in here and just take a little body scan. I'm just looking at you. Don't look at me. Stay in child's pose. I'm watching you. Relax. Take a nice deep breath in. Take this moment to just do a body scan, see what you're feeling, and see where you're going with all this. It's not often you have that opportunity to take a moment for yourself. I'm giving that moment to you. See how your body feels. See what was happening on the slight shifts and the slight changes of all the movements that we were doing. Okay, deep breath in. Bring it back onto all fours. Walk the hands out slightly. Draw the belly buttons into the spine. And then lift it up into your plank pose. And now adjust here. See where the hands need to be so that they're underneath the shoulders, the belly button is to the spine, the shoulders roll back and down, legs are hip distance. You're clawing away at the mat. Your head is extending out, so you're not collapsing in those shoulders. You're pushing away, and the head is looking forward. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, bring the knees down. And then just go down partway into that push-up, and bring it up, and then just lift. And there we go. Bring the knees down. Bring the chest down so it's in line with the shoulders. Push away and lift up. Or that full push-up. Bring it down and exhale, push away. Bring it down, exhale, push away. Bring it down, exhale, push away. And then bring the knees down and sit it back into that child's pose. And this time we're going to shift it slightly by bringing the palms facing the sky and feeling that different opening of the shoulders. If you have this in your practice and you have that range of motion, see if you could get the knees out the width distance of the mat and bring it in, and you'll open up the hips a little bit more. If it's not in your practice, that's fine. You could stay up here. Inhale, and on the exhale, walk the hands out, bringing it back into that plank pose. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a nice deep breath in. And then on the exhale, take the right leg and bring it over to the tricep. And then bring it back into that plank pose. Bring it over to the tricep and bring it back into the plank pose. And bring it over to the tricep and bring it back into the plank pose. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, push the hips up high into your first downward facing dog. Hands are out nice and wide like a fan. Middle fingers are in line with the forearms unless you have tight shoulders, and then shift your hands slightly outward so that the pointer finger's in line with the forearms. Pedal out the feet if you feel you need to. Maybe shift the weight. Whatever works for you. Claw at the mat, push away from the earth, lift the hips up, and see if the heels could go towards the earth. They don't have to touch the earth, but towards earth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll it out to the plank. Inhale. Exhale, bring the other knee over to the tricep. And then bring it back. Now again, this could be done in the tabletop. That's why we're building. Bring it over to the tricep and bring it back. And bring it over to the tricep and bring it back. And lift up into that downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. On the next inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, flex the foot, stack the hips. So you're trying to get one hip on top of the other, and you're pressing into that right hand a lot. Circle the ankle 3 times in one direction, and circle it 3 times in the other direction. And now, slight shift, circle the knee and the hip forward 3 times. 3, 2. Don't collapse in that left arm. Equal distance to both. And now reverse it. 3, 2, and 1.
Square off so you're in a downward dog split. Roll it out to the plank. Bring the knee to the nose. Round at the back a lot to create that space. And step that right leg through. Use your hand if you need to get it forward. Your hands also could be on blocks if you need to. Draw the right hip back and the left hip forward. Roll the shoulders back. And be nice and light. So you're not collapsing on that chest. You're just nice and light. Straighten out the back leg a little bit more. Knees over the ankle. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, keep the left hand down onto the earth and peel the right arm up to get a nice twist. Draw the legs in towards the midline. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. And then release that hand to the earth. Lower the back leg to the earth as well. Take a deep breath in, roll the shoulders back and down, and place the hand onto the thigh. Relax that back leg. Now, if this is bothering your lower back, bothering your hip, you just shift. And you tuck the tailbone under this way, and you press the hip forward, and you create that space without collapsing in the back. So you kind of pick what works for your body. Hands come down on the floor or on the blocks. Toe curls under the back leg. Shift the weight backwards and see if you could flex that front foot to get into that hamstring. And if you can, you're going to bend forward. And then shift the weight. Lift the back leg up. And then walk the hands to the front. Parallel out the feet so they're facing front. Walk your hands towards me. Hollow out the armpits. Tent up the fingers. Create that beautiful space. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands back. And then you're going to pivot over to the other side. Staying here. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take the right hand, place it onto the earth, knees over the ankle, and then gently peel up. Reach up towards the sky. Draw the legs in towards the midline. Push away from the right hand, but reach up with the left. Place the hand down. Release that back leg to the earth. Roll the shoulders back and down. Top of the foot presses in, and then lift up. And again, you could sink in forward. This is one of the rare poses where your knee can go past your toe without causing any knee problems. Or you could stay straight like this and push the hip forward, roll the shoulders back, and get that opening of the hips this way without feeling any discomfort, hopefully, in that lower back. It's all a matter of how this feels for you. Hands go down to the floor or the blocks. You're going to shift the hips back. See if you could flex that foot, front foot. Inhale, pushing forward, leading with the chest, leading with the chin. Create that space in the whole posterior side, your hamstring, your lower back. Inhale, lift up. Hands square off the front foot. Lift up off the back leg. Walk the hands towards me. And then a slight shift. See what it feels like to take those hands, interlace them behind the back, lift the knuckles up towards the sky, and the top of the head towards the ground. Roll the shoulders back, draw the belly button into the spine. Just a slight shift. Push the weight into the balls of the feet. And release. Look up, take a deep breath in, inhale. Exhale, just shift the weight side to side. So you're creating that movement and that space in the hips. So working side to side. If you need a block, use a block. You don't have to go down as low. Just listen to your body. Beautiful. Flat back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Walk the hands towards the right side. Pivot on that back leg. This foot is nice and framed off. Step it back. Shift the weight. You could lower the knees and go knees chest and chin, or you could go chaturanga. Those of you who know chaturanga, do chaturanga. Hands are now here by the lower part of your rib cage. We did this 4 tops the legs into the ground. Roll the shoulders back, baby cobra. Pull the arms backwards, extend through the crown. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Toes curl under, push away from the earth. Lift it up into that downward facing dog. Breathe the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, flex the foot, stack the hips. Press into the right hand a lot so that you do not collapse into that whole left side, creating that space. Deep, deep breath in. Exhale, square it off. Roll it out. And then take that leg and extend it out to the side. Now you can stay here and just press away. Lift up. Lift the hips up. Feel that shift. And then bring it down. And then lift up the hips. And then bring it down. And then lift up the hips. And then bring it down. Take a deep breath in. Bring the knee into the chest. Lift it up into that downward dog split. Beautiful. Bring the knee to the nose. And then step the leg through. Framing off the foot. Draw the shoulders back and down. And this time around, lower the knee to the earth. And shift slightly by extending the arms up. Now, you could cactus the arms if that feels good for you. You're pressing a lot into that back leg so you don't collapse into the ground. Or you could interlace the hands behind the back and slide them down the legs and really open up the shoulders, open up the chest. Again, it's your body, so just kind of honor it in whichever way you choose to do. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to the earth. Toes curl under of the other leg. Lift it up. And this time, shift the hips back in this position into pyramid pose. Draw the right hip back, the left hip forward. Stay here or make that slight shift by flexing that front foot. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, shift, and then bring it up into that high lunge. Knee is over the ankle of the front leg. Back leg is nice and straight. Roll the shoulders back and down. Reach up to the ceiling. Turn the pinkies in. Spiraling out the arms. Bend the front leg a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, cut it through to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Open up the legs a little bit more. That back leg is nice and parallel to the mat. This front knee is over the ankle. The arms are rolled back, and you're extending through the fingertips. Straighten out that back leg. Take a deep breath in. And peel it back to a nice peaceful warrior, creating that space. And then extend. And this time around, you're just going to straighten out the front leg and the arms. Lift it up. And bring it down. Bring it back to peaceful, but bring it back with a partial bind. Half bind. Reach. Extend. Extend the arm. Straighten the arm and the leg. Bring it up. And bring it down. Oops. Straighten out the front leg. And now bring it back. So feel what the difference when you just make these slight shifts in your body. And bring it center. Bend the knee. Bring it back into that half bind. Straighten the front leg. Straighten the arm. Reach back. Bring it center. Take it, extend back into Virabhadrasana 2. Check your toes. If you can't see your toes, take that leg, open it up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take the forearm, place it onto the thigh. Bring your arm out towards me in a right angle. Roll the shoulder back and down. So you're really plugging that shoulder back, and you're creating that beautiful mobility for that shoulder to extend. Straighten the back leg a little bit more. Bend the front leg a little bit more. And then bring it towards the center. Legs come in a little bit closer. If you have tight hips like me, you're going to want that. And then bring the toes and the knees facing in the same direction. Take a deep breath in.
Exhale, bring it into this goddess pose. Elbows are in line with the shoulders. Roll them back, squeeze. Tailbone goes under. And hold here for this isometric hold. Deep breath in and exhale. And maybe you want to widen your legs so you kind of find where it is in your comfort zone. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs, bring them up. You're going to pivot over to the other side and bring the hand down. Beautiful. Step that left leg back. Shift the weight. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Now, if you're not going to do up dog, then you're going to push it back. Or lower the knees, lower the chest and the chin. Do that baby cobra pull. Toes curl under and bring it up. Breathe the left leg up and back. Bend the knees, stack the foot. Take a deep breath in. Push away on the left hand so you don't collapse. Bring it back to the center. And bring the leg over and extend. Lift the hips up and bring them down. Lift the hips up and bring it down. Lift the hips up and bring it down. Bring the knee into the nose, round out the back a lot. Lift up. Oops. Inhale. On the exhale, step it through. Frame off the foot. Roll the shoulders back and down. Release that back leg to the earth. Oops. And rise up. Rolling the shoulders back and down, pressing into the back leg a lot again so you don't collapse into that lower back. And pick which way you'd like to have your arms. Maybe do it a different way, trying that shift. If you had it here the whole time, cactus the arms, open up the chest, lift up from the chest, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades back, press into the back leg so you really get it off the lower back. I can't stress that enough while you're creating that opening. Inhale. Exhale, arms, hands to the earth, toes curl under, lift the back leg up, and shift the weight into pyramid pose. Left hip to back, right hip is forward. Shifting slightly by flexing that front foot. If you can, like I said, you don't have to. Inhale, exhale, bring it forward. Using that core, rise up into that high lunge. Front knees over the ankle, back leg is nice and straight. Roll the shoulders back and down, reach up to the sky, spiral the pinkies in, take a deep breath in. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, cut it through, maybe adjust the legs wider. You want the back leg parallel to the mat and you want the front toes facing the front. Wrists ideally are over the ankles, so that's how far you would like those legs to be. You're rolling the shoulders back and down, and you're pressing away. Straighten out that leg. See that the knee is right over the ankle. Make that nice adjustment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring it back, peaceful warrior. And then inhale, bring it here. Straighten out the arms, straighten out the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back to that half bind. See that slight shift of how it feels on the body. Bring it back. Keeping that legs exactly the way they are, both legs. It's just the body that's moving. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Lift it up. Bring it back. Maybe keep it peaceful if you'd like with the half bind. You're having it with that straight arm to feel the difference. And release. Bring it back to Virabhadrasana 2. Check your form, make sure you can see the toes. Maybe lift up one more time and bring it down. Make sure those toes can be seen. Roll the shoulder back and down. Take this form, place it onto the quadricep, but you're not collapsing. You're always pushing away, creating a space. Right arm comes out to meet top arm. Roll the shoulder back and down. And then extend it out to create that nice space. Roll the top shoulder back, take a deep breath in. Beautiful. Exhale, open it up. Bring it up. And then back to that goddess pose. Adjust your legs. Again, I have tight hips, so I bring them in a little bit closer. Some people, the feet are facing outwards. Mine have to be a little bit more at a 45-degree angle. Roll the shoulders back and down. And then just kind of wiggle till you feel comfortable. Try to keep the elbows in line with the shoulders, the tailbone is tucked down, squeeze, and see what it feels like to literally shift that weight side to side. Before we were doing that isometric hold, and now we're just doing that shift. We're shifting side to side to see how it feels on the body. Roll the shoulders back again. Keep them in line. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Nicely done. Staying here, bring the hands down, bring the legs in, toe heel them in, and go into this yogi squat. Now, if you don't feel comfortable in this yogi squat, take a couple of blocks, sit down on them, and do your squat like this. But don't do your squat like this. Lift up the chest and get that back nice and straight. You're still creating that space, okay? You're still creating that space that you have there. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. Right hand goes down. Use the leverage to lift up, open up the chest, and see that nice shift. Stay here, or maybe bring it back to that bind. But make sure you're rolling the shoulders back and down. You're not rounding into it. You're still trying to open things up. And release. Take a deep breath in. Lift up. Create that space. Stay here, or make that slight shift in the body by rolling the shoulder back and down and lifting up. And bring it back. And now if anybody has crow in their practice or the arm balance in their practice and you'd like to do so, keep that shelf formed, shift the weight, look forward, bring the legs up, and breathe, breathe, breathe. Draw the belly button in, round out the back, work on that balance, and when you're done playing, bring it back down, and then shift the weight side to side. Take a deep breath in, rise up. Beautiful. Legs are out wide. Bring it into the goddess pose, bring it down, and lift it up. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it up. Legs are out a little bit wider. You're going to bring that back leg parallel. You're going to bring this front leg out, and you're going to go into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a nice deep breath in. Lift up and bring it down. Lift up and bring it down. Lift up and bring it down. Arms straight, pivot, other side. Lift up and bring it down. Lift up and bring it down. Lift up and bring it down. Pivot, bring it to the other side. Interlace the hands behind the head, roll the shoulders back and down. Make sure you can see the toes of the front leg and bring the elbow to the knee. Bring it down and lift it up and bring it down and work those obliques and lift it up and bring it down and lift it up. Deep breath in, lift up, bring it over. Interlace the hands, roll the shoulders back and down. Make sure you can see the toes, so open up the leg if you don't, and make that connection. Bring it down and lift it up. Bring it down and lift it up. One more time. Bring it down and lift it up. Deep breath in, pivot, switch, roll it back, bring it back peaceful, and then bring it over into that supported side angle. Extend the arm out, bend the front knee. Bring it back peaceful, maybe with that partial bind, and bring it back, extended side angle, maybe, roll it back and just do that bind here, partial bind. Bring it back, maybe straighten the leg this time. Exhale, supported side angle, maybe go for that full bind. And then see what it's like. You could stay here, or see what it might be like to just make that slight shift by straightening out the leg. And release. And bring it up. Deep breath in. And shift. Bring it back peaceful. And bring it over to that side angle, supported, but this time the arm is extended. Everything is just that slight shift to see what happens in that body. Inhale, peaceful with the bind. Exhale, keeping that bind with that side angle. Roll the shoulder back, knees over the ankle. This time, keep the half bind, but straighten out the leg. Inhale. Exhale, bend it back into that side angle and see if you could go for the half bind. You don't have to, full bind. You don't have to. But again, this is not a full bind. A full bind, you really want to open up the shoulders and look up at the ceiling. Maybe you're happy here. Maybe you want to see what it feels like to go a little bit deeper with that leg a little bit straighter. And release. Bring it back. Take a deep breath in. And shift. Beautiful. Peel it back peaceful with a bind, half bind, without the half bind. Whatever feels good for you. Straighten it out. Reach, 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 reach. And bring it down to Trikonasana. You could have your arm here on a block behind. Might be nice, so you can use the leverage of that front leg and press into the back leg. Beautiful. Bend the front leg. Stay here in this side angle extension, or place the hand here and then literally shift the weight forward. I hope I don't hit my head. I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. Hands 7 or 8 inches on the side, shifting the weight, lifting that leg up into Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Keep the hand here. Maybe you want to shift the weight by lifting the hand up. Maybe you want to shift slightly by bending the leg and reaching back and getting a quadricep stretch and opening it up. And some people are very good at balancing. I'm still working on it, but you can bring your hand up to your heart. And like I said, you're never going to try, you're never going to know if you do something unless you try. And then just release it, extend the leg back, gently land into Warrior Two. Deep breath in. Exhale, cut it through the other side. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. Bring it back peaceful with the half bind or not. Get that beautiful extension. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it out into Trikonasana. Reach, reach, reach. Roll the shoulder back and down. Stay here or bend the leg. Look forward. Place the hands, and here I'll show you since I have this here. If you need a block, you're going to place your hand on the block. Shift the weight and lift up this way. Bringing the hand to the hip first. Use that block if you need to. Roll the shoulder back and down. Flex the top leg a lot, and then reach up towards the ceiling. And if you want to try to play with that quadricep opening, you could play with that. If you want to try to play by lifting your hand to the heart, you could play with that way too. And release. Lower it back, nice and gently, into, oh, that wasn't so gentle, into Warrior Two. Bring it center, lift up. Parallel the feet, parallel the hands. Reach up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring it down to Goddess. So remember, we keep making those shifts. You could stay here. You could stay here or hand on the block and flex that foot and straighten it out. And bring it and flex the foot and straighten it out. Or you could go into Skandasana where you're really, really low and you're straightening it out. And then you're using the core and the legs and you bring it over and you're straightening it out. Everybody is different, so you pick what's good for your body, and that's how you're working. And then bring it back to center. Take a deep breath in. Keeping your hands facing me, your fingers facing me. Walk the hands backwards.
And keep walking them with the fingertips facing me. Bring the legs in a little bit closer. Heel toe them, heel toe them, heel toe them. And just like we did in crow, you create that shelf with your forearms. And you're sitting down. And you take a deep breath in. And you can lift those legs up into firefly pose. It's all about shifting, shifting, shifting. About what you're thinking. And then release. And then just sit it on down. Legs are out nice and wide. Roll the shoulders back and down. Reach underneath the thigh and take that fleshy part away. And take this fleshy part away. And lift up, create the space. Toes face up, knees face up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push forward to get that stretch. Push forward. And then walk the hands out and stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure your knees and toes face forward. They don't curl in. Inhale, lift it up. Push away. Take your right leg, bring it out straight in front if you have less mobility. If you have more mobility, bend the leg this way, have your knee and your belly button in line, and then take this left leg and cross it over. So less mobility, leg is out straight. More mobility, leg comes together. Roll the shoulders back and down and squeeze those legs in towards the midline. Take this left hand, put it behind the back, and create the space. Kicks down, squeeze the legs in, lift up with the arm. Exhale, rotate from the waist and hug. Or hook it. Inhale, through the crown. Exhale, rotate through the waist. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, rotate through the waist. And then just release and counterbalance the stretch. Bring it over. Just counterbalance that stretch. And bring it center. And you're going to unravel. Lift up. Roll the shoulders back. And then just bring it forward again. Get that nice stretch. Inhale, look up. Exhale, push it back. And then we're switching legs. So you're picking, hi honey, straight leg or bent leg. And you bring the other leg over. Squeeze the legs in towards the midline. Take your right hand, put it behind your back. Take your left hand, lift it up. Exhale, hug or hook, or scratch your little puppy dog. Lift through the crown. Extend, squeeze through the waist. Lift through the crown. Squeeze through the waist. Draw those legs in towards the midline. And release them. Beautiful. Bring your right leg in and your left leg back so that you're in this mermaid position and flex the feet. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take your forearm and you're going to rest it on the ground or the block and lean it back. Roll the shoulder back and down and then see if you can lift that leg up and down. And let's go. For 3, 2, and 1. And then you're going to make that shift. You're going to hold it here and see if you can extend it. 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back. Beautiful. Sit it back down. Hold it here. Roll the shoulders back. Do this nice modified boat pose. Keeping the chest lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it over. So you got right ankles here with your legs. Roll the shoulder back and down. Lean on the forearm. Roll it back. And then see if you can lift that leg up. Heels in line with the knee. Foot is nice and flexed. Press away. And then just lift it down. 3, 2, 1. And then see if you can extend it. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Belly button to spine. Bring it around. I'm going to go sideways so you can see. You're rolling the shoulders back and down. Stay here for the modified boat. Stay here. Maybe extend the legs out.
Maybe extend the arms out. Whatever works for you, but try not to round out the back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull it through, bringing it back to that right angle, right angle. And you're going to use the leverage of your arm again. So you're going to bring it here or here, and you're going to bring it around and lift up, and then bring it down. And bring it around and lift up, and bring it down. So remember I said small shifts? Bring it over, and bring it back. Bring it over. Pick what works for you, and bring it back. Bring it over, and bring it back, and bring it over, and bring it back. And then we're gonna go back to that boat pose, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the chest up, lift the arms up, and bring it 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then shift. Right angle, right angle. You could start here and just lift up and bring it back and lift up. Kind of what we did at the beginning with that half get up, right? Everything is kind of shifting. Or here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back. Roll it back and down. Again, you could shift, but rocking your boat this way, or you could release your hands and rock the boat. Belly button is to spine, chest is nice and lifted. For 3, 2, and 1. And then just roll it all the way back down. One vertebrae at a time. Reach around, hug opposite elbows. Bring the knees into the chest. Tailbone is down to the ground, so you strength, you get that length of that spine. Deep breath in and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Both legs are now bent, the knees are facing forward, the toes are facing forward. You're rolling the shoulders back and down. Bring the arms up like robot arms. Plug the shoulders in the back of the head and take a deep breath in and lift those hips up. Push the knees far away to the far, far side, lifting the hips up a little bit higher. Belly button is to the spine. Deep, deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Take the right leg, lift it up, flex the foot, take the ankle, cross it in front of the knee, roll the shoulders back and down, plug them in like robot arms, and then lift up. Really push this left hip up high while you're opening up the right knee, but focus on pushing that hip up. Inhale, exhale, lower. Reach behind the left thigh, flex the foot, and then bring that leg in towards the chest. Take the elbow of the opposite arm underneath that knee. Push that knee away while you pull this leg in. Keep both feet flexed to protect the knees. Keeping the legs exactly the way they are, release the arm, let them just gently bring it over to the side. Hucky. Cactus the arms, look over the opposite shoulder. Ha! Ha, come here.
Come here.
And bring it back center.
Come here.
Deep breath in. Exhale. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take your left leg, flex the foot, cross the ankle over, lift the hips up. Plug those forearms in like robot arms. Push the knee away. Open up this knee if you can, but really focus on lifting up that hip and getting that nice open. Oop. And then release. Reach the hands around behind the other thigh. Keep both feet flexed. Bring it in. Take this elbow. Push it underneath the knee. Push that elbow in. Pull in with the other leg, with the other arm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On the exhale, let these legs roll to the side.
Maybe push into the earth and slide the shoulders in that same direction, and then cactus the arms and look over the shoulder. Get that nice twist. And see if you can get the knee up towards the ceiling to really open up the hip a little bit more. Release, bring it back to center, hug the knees in. Grab onto the pinky toe side, the outside of the legs, but the arms are staying on the inside into happy baby pose. Tailbone goes down towards the earth to create that length in the spine. And it kind of feels good to rock side to side, rock and roll if you'd like. You could stay here if you'd like to extend the legs out for one last inner thigh hamstring stretch. You could stay holding on to the toes if you have that in your flexibility in your practice, or your hands could go on the calves or the thighs. Whatever works for you, you open it up, pull it back towards the shoulders to get the hamstrings, roll the shoulders back, push the tailbone towards the earth, feel that length of that spine. And then bring the knees into the chest. Extend the legs out onto the ground, extend the arms up overhead. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the knees into the chest, hug them one last time. Roll over to your sides. And then bring it up to a nice comfortable seat. And I'm still going to use my block because that's how I get comfy. And listen, if you always have one leg in front, which I normally do, swap it out. See what that shift, this class is about shifting. See how it feels when you shift the legs. Roll the shoulders back and down, lean back, lift up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it float. Inhale, let it rise. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Chin to chest. Roll the shoulders back and down. Thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, just these slight shifts in how you think, how you move, how you behave could just have such a great ripple effect and create such a great change in your lives. May your hearts be filled with warmth, your minds with peace, and your days with smiles. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.